Alright, are we live? Looks like we're live. Alright, well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Turn this down just a little bit. No, turn it up a little bit. Anyway, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the semifinal LCDM preview here. I did want to go give the two top teams their due, especially Edge had an excellent season. Here, I wanted to give him his due. And I want to give Edge his due. Had an excellent season. He deserves his own breakdown there going into the postseason for his matchup here. Yep, so as I said, scored the most points in the league, almost by about 200 points over most of the rest of the league there. And I was as close as we could get, but 225, 62. I'd be curious if you looked up what's the most points scored. Probably somewhere in there. Performance is 256. Player performance 63. Yeah. Oh no, Matt in the first overall in the first season of this league, 2,624. Woo. That's a lot of points. But second most, you did have second most there. So definitely nothing to sneeze at. As we look at how Edge got here, curious, and you have that many points, you think you'd be the 1 seed, but kind of the story for him is that he ends up losing 3 of his first 4 matchups. This is by 5 to Matt in week 1, by 6 to Rome in week 2, gets the win over Eddie, and then, takes the loss to Reggie there in week 4. So starts off 1-3, but then starting week 5 really starts turning on 218 points, 200 points, 198. Had a little bit down there. Loses by 6 points to Matt again, so good on Matt to get the win there. Loses by 6 there, gets a nice fortunate win over Rome. The 255 over Eddie, almost 200 over Reggie. But Chill guys coming on strong here near the end of the year. Good win over Ball Deep, and then 230 over Rockford. So some huge weeks, 230, 255, 218, 218, 200, 198, all within a 3-year span is massive there. And now we're going to see how did that happen? Why is that the case? Well, there's a lot of single digits here. You got the 7th best, two top 10 quarterbacks starting pretty much all year there for him. Jared Goff, the 7th best. Lamar Jackson by far the best. I think he's definitely #1 fantasy quarterback. And then you got other players chipping in too. James Conner, top 10 fantasy running back. Breece Hall, 15. Probably a little underperformed from what his draft stock was, but still 16th is not nothing to scoff at there. Jamar Chase, he has the best quarterback and the best wide receiver. Usually they're kind of pretty far ahead of the second place guys points wise. Jamar Chase for sure. And then top 15 tight end, top 15 wide receiver there, and DJ Moore, and that's enough to get him to where he's at. Got some people he's chipped in and chipped out, but mostly it's been carried by 2 quarterbacks, Goff, Lamar Jackson, strong running back duo there, and the big Lamar Chase is just killing it. People getting chased. I forget who he chased this week. Probably that one he had 255. He scored 60 points or something. And that's how he got here. So yep, great season for Edge. We'll transition over to Rockport here. Took my own horn time. Had an excellent start to the season, going 6-0 in the first couple of weeks. It's an unfortunate win, by 10 over Rome. Good matchup over in week 2, but beat Zach by .68, 0.58? I can't do math. But yeah, not even a point to beat Zach. Good win over Matt. Beat Eddie by 2. And beat Chill guys by 9. So a lot of single-digit or single-digit wins here in this first 6 weeks, and that's how you get to 11 wins. And then that takes the L to Edge there as he started to turn around. A couple good weeks here, 205, 207. It's pretty good point performance. Still doing okay. Next to Zach, Matt, and Eddie. But then unfortunately, not what you want to see. You don't want to get beat. your last two matchups going into playoffs here. So you have the Chill guys coming on strong, and LaPorta Potty with the 230 just pouring it on those last two matchups to finish the season 11-3. I'm on a 2-game losing streak. And how did he get there? How did I get there? Well, similar to Adge there in a lot of ways. You know, third best fantasy quarterback, Jalen Hurts, sixth best fantasy quarterback, Jaden Daniels, and it really hit on a couple of draft picks. Josh Jacobs, a lot better than I thought he would be. Sixth best. I picked up AJ at some point there. St. Brown was a draft pick, second best wide receiver, way behind Jamar Chase, but still second best. Drake London draft pick, top 10. Aaron Jones draft pick, 15. Kamara, who hasn't done much yet, he's 21st ranked his last 4 weeks, but over the season he's second. He had some monster weeks during the year. Definitely carried me for those first 5 weeks of the season. The Saints were really good. So yeah, mostly the two quarterbacks once again. Top 6 both. Some great running back play with Jacobs and Kamara. Then Amon-Ra, second best wide receiver. Now we do take a look at the matchups here. We'll start with Vatican Radicals and Rockport. Projections are pretty high. 178 for Rockport, 171 for Reggie and the Vatican Radicals. Taking a look at the matchups. You got Josh Allen, Superman. He's been on fire. Purdy just had a stinker, but maybe he's Jekyll and hiding here. Had a stinker, now has a good game. Had a stinker, maybe a good game coming. Obviously still has Henry and Evans and just Taylor, a lot of great players on his team there. So we'll see how that plays out. A lot of fireworks predicted for that matchup. As we look over to Chill Guys, the Porta Potty, and Josh has 16 points already scored here, 6 points from his Denver defense, and 10 points from Portland Sutton. Projected about 14, so kind of in the ballpark there. This lower scoring affair there, 168. I mean, still pretty good for Eddie. 157 now for Josh. But hey, if Devontae Adams can score 60 points like he did last week, then the projection might not matter at all. So yeah, we'll see where this ends up. This will be the last semifinal before the Super Bowl coming up there. So best of luck to everybody. Merry Christmas.